Super Cash. Unlock seamless 247 financial transactions, easy loans, and rewarding savings with our innovative mobile banking solution. Taraba Online Markets. Buy and sell local and exotic products. Connect with suppliers and grow your businesses 247 with our vibrant e-commerce platform. TBS e-learning. Access a wall of knowledge with our
Hello Nigerians, welcome to our today's morning show. I am your regular anchor Lilian Yakubu. With me here in the studio is Mr. Iran Daniel. Good morning, sir, for having me this morning in the studio. You're welcome.
Good morning. I'm very honored to be here this morning.
Thank you very much. Today is Lovers Day. Happy Valentine.
Yeah, for it's not only for lovers. Valentine is for friendship, is for love, is for other attributes of love and friendship. So, at times we misconstrue the meaning of Valentine and thinking that it's only for romance. But there's a difference between romance and love.
Yes.
And like that. So Valentine is the day of love, is the day for romance, is the day for other attributes of love, like friendship, cordial relationships, and other things like that. So who is your Val?
Let's say for today, in the studio, you are my Val.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up to the daily newspaper. Let's see what the daily newspaper has for us this morning. It's a River2 tackles Canada for denying CDS others visa. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, the report was making the round yesterday of how the chief of defense staff was denied visa to Canada to attend some public functions.
Wow.
And that is not good for Nigeria as a nation, because it is not telling well on our image as a nation. It is in the light of that, at a public function where the chief of defense staff himself was narrating his ordeal, his experiences with the Canadian embassy in Nigeria, who have actually denied him visa to go to Canada to attend a function that has to do with the office he's holding now, is to honor some veterans.
Yeah.
And considering the significance, the importance of such responsibilities, ordinarily Canada should have given him the visa to go to Canada to attend such functions. So Nuhu Ribadu, as the National Security Advisor, feel that Nigeria is slighted and Nigeria is being mocked for a high-profile official like that to be seeking for visa to attend a public function of that significance, and it's been denied. So he's voiced his strong disapproval, describing it as he used some very hard words, and even in the face of the diplomatic ties that we have with Canada, they left that part of diplomacy and decided to follow the path they took. So I think the National Security Advisor is just pursuing the aspirations of his responsibility as a National Security Advisor. He is supposed to be a patriotic Nigeria, and any other attempts by any other entity, either within or outside Nigeria, that is tending towards some kind of mockery or some kind of positions that is putting Nigeria in a derogatory way, it is his responsibility to respond. So he voiced a very strong disapproval and said, though the exact reasons for the denial of the visa was not actually given by the Canadian government.
Okay.
Yes, it was not explicitly explained why the Chief of Defense Staff was not given the visa. But come to think of it, what would make Canada behave like that? Is it that they don't know that the person seeking for the visa, because it was not actually him alone, it was Chief of Defense Staff and some senior military officials, because normally a person of that personality should not travel alone, he'll travel with his aides and his entourage like that. So the Canadian government, though the information we have on news has not explicitly explained why the visa was denied. But some of us speculate that it could be concerns regarding the involvement of the military personnel on the handling of maybe the insurgency and other, because there have been allegations of senior military officials in the past. There have been allegations that senior military officers have gotten their hands swelled in the perpetuating of the fight against insurgency. They have compromised standards. There are instances where indications have pointed to the fact that information have leaked on what's it called, arrangements to launch an attack on the insurgents and their hideouts like that. So this could be one of the reasons. We're just speculating. We're not sure whether it is like that, but we're speculating that maybe this could be one of the reasons. And it could also be, according to some analysts, it could also be a procedural security checking, considering the fact that so many things is going on in the world now. Canada has its own challenge with the US and its neighbors. So maybe they're just trying to put their house in order, and all those indices, if your hands are not properly clean, maybe if it is based on the fact that Nigerian military, Nigerian army has gotten their hands soiled in the fight against insurgency and corruption and other things like that, maybe Canada wanted to, okay, let's look at these situations properly so that at the end of the day we don't degenerate the situation into we add our problems on addition with the one we already have, because actually they're having some serious internal economic crisis. Yes, in Canada as it stands now. But my own personal observation of the matter is that we have to, I give a thumbs up to the National Security Advisor Nuhu Badu. He has been up and doing. He commended the Chief of Defense Staff on his onslaught against the Boko Haram, considering their experiences, the report we received recently of how they've dealt a serious blow with the Lakurawa in the northwest. They have killed so many military kingpins, and the kingpin, one of the major kingpins, is on the run now. All his hideouts have been actually, they've dealt a serious blow on the attack coming from that axis. So the National Security Advisor was able to commend the Chief of Defense Staff. That is a good move. Should it be that he was discouraged from the fact that his visa was not granted, and that could have demoralized him, the National Security Advisor is saying, you're on the right track, you're doing a very nice job. That helps in boosting his morale and giving him confidence that what he's actually doing is being appreciated. And the fact that National Security Advisor is looking at it from that perspective is a good thing for Nigeria as a nation. He is actually doing well. That he stood up for Nigeria in the face of this kind of derogatory activities by Canadian authorities. It's actually a good endeavor.
Okay, thank you very much. Next is the Lassa fever case. It says Lassa fever kills 70 persons in 1 month. Wow, issue of this Lassa fever is becoming something else. Like last week I watched some TV news by 9 p.m. Their reports was on this Lassa fever of issue at the FMC in Jalingo, how it kills people. So I don't know.
Jalingo, Taraba State is one of the worst hits with the recent attack on Lassa fever. The reports that was featured on some TV morning, 9 p.m. news o'clock, 9 o'clock, that is 9, some TV 9 p.m. news, revealed that 20 people died in January.
Wow.
20 people died in January.
Is it January last year or this
year? January, just this last January.
Okay.
Yes, Taraba State and states like Ondo. Is it Ondo? Let me take a look at the list of the states. So, okay, Taraba State is one of the most hit in the Lassa fever onslaught. And just like I said, 20 people died just in 1 month, according to the report issued by the Chief Medical Director of Federal Medical Center in Jalingo. You know, this issue has been reoccurring. There have been allegations that it is, according to that report, it said it is the season where rodents are available, and it is not unconnected with the fact that this rodent constitute one of the finest delicacy around this part of the world. Yes, I think I want to look at it from the perspective where it is not actually the result of people eating rodents. It is as a result of hygienic and behaviors that are not given to maintaining hygiene.
Okay.
You understand? Because some of these things are gotten from body fluids of rats.
Okay.
Most likely body fluids of rodents. The leftover food where they must have tempered with, or maybe their feces or their urine, if they dropped them in food, the food is not properly cooked, it's not properly covered. So that is how people get infected with Lassa, and it is highly contagious in such that if one is infected and he has interaction with another person, the person interacted with will get infected, and that is how the chain will continue.
Wow.
But the Chief Medical Director was speculating, among other things, that it is the consumption of rodents which constitute a delicacy in Taraba State that is fueling the prevalence of the disease. That could be one of the reasons, but I think one of the major reasons is the fact that people have not actually understand the tenets and practice of hygienic lifestyle and a more hygiene way of keeping food, a more hygiene way of relating. You know, during COVID-19, you will discover that we don't have, though these occurrences of disease don't come 2 or 3 times, 3 types at the same time. When it is COVID, you discover it's only COVID. So I was trying to explain that when we're maintaining distancing relationship during COVID-19 and other things, you discover that we're able to curtail the prevalence of the COVID-19.
Yes.
So if people maintain the washing of hands, maintain cleanliness, maintain hygienic storage of food, and our consumption mannerisms and habits are being guided by the hygienic tenets of food preparation and serving, I think it will go a long way in solving the problem of the prevalence of this sickness. There is another way I want to look at it. I want to look at the role of governments and stakeholders in, you know, this thing has been recurring. Hardly will a year pass without you having stories of the breakout of Lassa fever.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps coming from time to time. You see it coming up. So it is almost like a routine thing. So there is a need for stakeholders to sit up and put every hand on deck and begin to see how these things can be exterminated permanently. Whether it takes awareness or it takes whatever it is that it takes for the right procedures of food storage procedures and food preparation procedures to be inculcated into the society. Those measures should be pursued. Then these aspects where first-class medical facilities and state-of-the-art medical facilities should be in places where, when this disease just resurfaced, when they rear their ugly heads, they should be able to be nipped in the bud, because most of these people that died, you will discover that they are dying in the hospital, because it is only records of people who died in the hospital that the chief medical director was able to give. She couldn't have envisaged that somebody died at home and it is as a result of Lassa fever. So if it is because of the fact that the medical facilities are not standard, or they are not as equipped as they're supposed to be, you will definitely see situations like this. The quarantine facilities in some of these hospitals are not adhering to the procedures of being a quarantine center. You will see people walking in and walking out anyhow, no hand gloves. I'm not saying this, but I'm not saying this is the case in paramedical center. I'm just speculating that there are instances where some of these things, there are hospitals you visit and you will discover that this adherence is not being sticked to. And there are instances where even the professionals are not expert in the sense that they don't have the experience of treating such illness. You know, some of these things, they have their own, how do I describe it? There is a way that the kind of drugs you are used to administering for this kind of drugs for this particular patient will not be the same kind of administration. You may need to add some, you may need to increase and reduce some doses in some treatment. So that by the time somebody is just a new nurse, or is not every health practitioner that is capable of handling cases of Lassa. So I think if these factors are being considered and are being put in proper situation where they will be able to tackle this scenario, we will have a way of overcoming this Lassa, because just like I said, I speculate that sometimes you will still see the resurfacing of this. People eat rodents, and there is a need for them to be careful with the way the rodents have been prepared. Yes, there is hunger. What do you expect people to eat?
And do you know that people have this habit, or let me just say, that carelessness is in them when they see foods that has been cooked, and or let me just say yam, and once there is a rat in your kitchen or in your home, and the rats now come and eat from the yam or that food that you kept, you see they will now just, it's either they will cut off that side and chew it. They will say, no disease in Africa. They will just eat it. So due to that, I think it causes such thing.
Yeah, no, there is no way you will agree that there is no disease in Africa, though we must admit that Africans have this resistance level they have this particular level of resistance to some of these disease. But definitely there is disease in Africa. And it does not mean that when a food stuff like yam, just like you mentioned, is being tempered with, it does not insinuate that you should throw away the whole yam. Yes, you can cut it off, which is in such a way that the place that has been tempered with is completely severed from the place that is going to be cut. Then it has to be properly prepared, properly washed, properly disinfected in the sense that you wash it with salt. You know, salt is a very strong disinfectant, and make sure that the food is properly cooked, because the heat from cooking has a way of killing almost every disease. You understand? If the food is properly cooked, you know, we live in a generation where people believe that food should be eaten half done. You see, meat that if you eat meat that is properly cooked, there is no nutrient in it. Eat half done food, we eat half done rice. We call it fried rice and things like that. So the food substance should be properly cooked. Now, if it is already, though I'm not a medical practitioner, I'm just saying this from the perspective of a layman, so I stand to be corrected if the information I'm giving here, but I think these are the standard procedures. If the leftover food is, for instance, we have instances where we eat leftover food.
Yes.
What we cook yesterday night, we still leave some in the morning, so we prepare it and eat and go to our daily routine. So in a situation where you've seen instances that the meal that is left over has been tampered with, the best way to do it is just to maybe throw it away, because at that point in time you don't know the extent to which if you see the droppings of rats in the food, or you see their foot marks around the place where you've kept the food, you have to be careful.
Very
You have to observe that the food you're going to eat is properly done. You don't normally leave food outside like that. Maybe keep it in the refrigerator or keep it in a place where you're sure the rodents will not be able to access.
And well covered.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Next is the Nation newspaper. It said, Southwest governors join forces towards off ISWAP bandit.
Yes, just like I said, first of the reports came in yesterday during the Sun TV 9 p.m. news, where reports was aired of the Southwest governors holding a meeting in Lagos under the chairmanship of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who is the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum.
Okay.
And that brings to bear the one of the things they discussed in the meeting is the fact that there is a need for them to join forces against the presence of terrorists in the Southwest, because recently we've received reports of how this ISWAP and other terrorist organizations are finding their footprints and making inroads into the western part of Nigeria. And these governors, considering the fact that they're the chief security officers of their states, they deem it necessary to hold the meeting and discuss ways and proper ways of nibbling this situation in the bud, because all of us are aware of the fact that insurgency has dealt a severe blow on the socio-economic status of Nigeria in some of the parts of Nigeria, in the northwest, in the northeast, in the north central, terrorism, that is bandits and other things, and even in the southeast. So they are just trying to secure Southwest, and I think that is a step in the right direction. They mentioned the fact that security is not a one-man's business. You know, the collaboration is having the tendency of yielding a very good result. You know, they've not allowed it for one governor. All the Southwest governors come together, they'll join their resources together, join the intelligence gathering together, proper ways of solving this problem. You know, it's a good thing. You know, the fact that these about 6 governors in the Southwest are joining forces against the infiltration of ISWAP is a good development. As it stands, we would not say with certainty that there are ISWAPs in the Southwest, but considering that they are chief security, they must have gotten an inside information that the common man will not have. They must have received an intelligence report from the security operatives that, okay, there is this thing going on here and there. And I think it is a step in the right direction. Security should be at the forefront of every government policy. So we must commend the Southwest governors under the chairmanship of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has, Lagos State government particularly, has written their name in gold concerning security architecture, because apart from the mainstream police and the military and the DSS and others, government security architecture, state governments of Lagos State have their own arrangement of security. They call it neighborhood watch, where operatives are they don't actually wield arms, but they only serve as information gathering, intelligence gathering apparatus. They observe, they report, they make communications. If you see something, say something, they encourage such activities. It was on this platform that one of our public affairs analyst, Abraham Joda, was commenting some times ago of how somebody in his apartment will, at a point in time, will just decide to start selling off his things.
Wow.
So this neighborhood watch, because of the efficacy of their activities, were able to understand that, because they saw in the morning somebody went inside the compound and came out with a generator. Then before sunset, somebody went in and came out maybe with a television. Then the following day, another person will come in and come out with a refrigerator. So they begin to suspect, why would somebody be just going into a compound and coming out with valuables like that? So they had to call the attention of the security operatives. And when the compound was raided, they discovered that the owner, who is the person, he is the person selling those things to those what I would describe as babambola, because he is an addict. He became a drug addict, so he's selling those things to get money, so he'll be able to continue. So you know, that is a good move. The fact that they understood that something is going on, you know, because that is what security means. You don't wait until when it happens before you start fighting. You start observing, just like I agitate that if you stay in the neighborhood, don't just assume that everybody is on his own. We're not in Oyo State that you say Oyo on your own. You understand? You cannot afford to say you're on your own, because whatever happens to your neighbor happens to you. Somebody gave one example somewhere, and I think it is nice for me to share it on this platform.
Okay.
If you have a neighbor and you have a daughter, you understand, you have a daughter in your house and you have a neighbor, but that your neighbor is a very peaceful person, but that your neighbor has a visitor in his house that constitute a threat to your daughter, will you allow that person to continue hosting that person because it is his house?
No.
You understand?
Yeah.
You understand that he's the owner of the house.
Yes.
But you have to let him know that the person you're hosting in that your house constitute a threat to my own house.
Yes.
You understand? Because your right stops where my own right begins. So we should not continue to live this kind of careless life. At times you stay in a neighborhood, you don't even know the owner of a car that passes regularly. Who is the owner of this car? You don't know. You don't even know the plate number. You don't even know who is this person, and the person must have stayed in that area for months.
Wow.
And you don't even know where the person works. It is gulma as a stance. Now, what we describe as gulma is a good thing. It's not as if you take it to the extreme, but for you to know what is going on around you is important, because we live in dangerous times.
Yes.
We need to know what this person is doing. Is he a criminal? Somebody that does not have a job but is on spending spree every day? You should be questioned. Where do you get the money from? What is the source of your income? You understand? There are people who you see normally in the daytime, they don't go out, they're always asleep, but in the night they are awake. And maybe they go out and come back. So you begin to check, are you a security operative? What kind of work do you do? Why should you be coming back every day in the morning and in the night and things like that? So looking at these things, we have a way of so we must commend the Southwest governors for this initiative. They are doing wonderfully well, and they have the support of all Nigerians.
Thank you very much. Going to the Punch newspaper, he said expert list founding handles as debt servicing takes 14 trillion naira.
Yes, yesterday the report came in of how the federal government has the National Assembly, that is the House of Representatives, have passed the budget for 2025, and this report is talking about how a chunk of the budget is going for debt services. Lawmakers approved 344.85 billion for themselves, salaries, overhead, corp shares of the budget. You know, the budget which has been passed has the look, from looking at it, that at the end of the day it may not go well for Nigerians. Look at the fact that 14 trillion naira is going for debt servicing. And if you could remember, when this budget was being discussed at the National Assembly, a particular percentage of the budget is based on the fact that government will borrow money from international donors and other agencies to fund the capital projects. Now, we are using the money we are going to borrow to pay debts. You understand?
Yeah.
In the face of situation where 344.85 billion is approved for lawmakers, is there any way these people can cut this cost? Because I believe that Nigerians, we live in a time where sacrifices have to be done. The common man on the street is making so much sacrifices for the nations to develop.
Yeah.
We have this subsidy removal, the protests have not been violent. That is a sacrifice enough.
Yes.
There are so many things that the common man on the street, the civil servant, they are making so much sacrifice. So the National Assembly should not, I think, in my own opinion, should not be gulping a large amount like that from our budget. There is a need for those things to come down. Look at, and this 344.85 billion is only for salaries and overheads. Now that is quite outrageous. This issue I'm discussing now has been there for long, and it has been trending for several years. It is not today that this issue has come under a scrutiny like this. So the National Assembly should take a look at this thing and be patriotic. There was this time they said they are going to slash their salaries in support of this subsidy removal, so that they will use whatever it is they got from the slashing and give it to channel it towards how it can help ameliorate the sufferings of Nigeria, considering the fact that the issue of subsidy is actually telling on Nigerians. Now, one of the crux, just like I mentioned earlier, one of the major issue in this issue of the budget is the creation of this vicious cycle. The government borrows more finance to finance these budgets, just like I said, but a large chunk of the revenue and budget allocation is still being siphoned away for the servicing of debts. This situation diminishes the resources available for key growth of so many sectors. In practical terms, the dependency of borrowing means that a significant part of the budget, especially the debt servicing component, limits the government's ability to be able to perform creditably well. So as it stands now, let's I don't know, maybe whether, if I say keeping our fingers crossed, will be appropriate for situations like this, because there is a need. The budget has already been passed, and as it stands now, it is the law. Though I don't know, the president has not yet assented, have not signed yet. So I think there is still the need for the budget to be modified, because though they increased the budget with a particular amount of money over what has been sent from the beginning, because it is just like we saw on the report yesterday, that the National Assembly have the rights, according to the Constitution, to modify, to increase or to reduce. But in this case, they had to increase. And look at what they took for themselves: 344.85 billion.
Wow,
that is a huge amount of money. I think if they can just take half of that, this work they do at the National Assembly is not the most tedious work in Nigeria. I don't know why they decide to take much from the state treasury on salary, on allowances. But that's the way the country is, and the law supports it. So until we get it right from the foundation, what they're doing is not wrong. Yes.
Thank you very much for that. On the Daily Independent newspaper, it says NAS passes 54.99 trillion naira 2025 budget, rises own share to 344.85 billion naira.
Yes, I think it's just this issue we just finished discussing on the National Assembly.
On the blueprint, it says IGP False. Audit report 6. Discreet closed-door investigations.
Yes, the Inspector General of Police should not call for a discreet investigation because, well, I don't know, because I don't, it is not fair for him to start telling Nigerians that an investigation of that magnitude should be discreet. Why is he calling for it to be discreet? As a police officer, would he now call for discreet investigations into criminal activities like that? I think the Inspector General of Police is not getting it right, though he may have his reasons. We must admit that he may have his reasons which are not available for us at this level of the interactions. But I think it is the right of Nigerians to know the details of such investigations. So I don't think it is right for the investigation. No matter how it is, I don't understand what he meant by even discreet. What is the meaning of discreet? He doesn't want it to be published on the newspaper or what? I don't understand what he means by closed-door investigations. I don't understand. So
Up to next is the TG newspaper. It says 2027, Danguje in trouble for campaigning for Tinubu's re-election.
Yes, that is the story about the national APC chairman. He mentioned some few days ago that there is no vacancy in the State House, indicative of the fact that Tinubu will still be in government until 2031. He is an advocate of the fact that Tinubu should be re-elected. Yes, election year is still about 2 years away from now, but the politicking has already started.
Yeah.
He has the right to his opinion, and as the APC chairman, what do you expect him to do? He is to advocate for the re-election of President Tinubu. I don't think he is in trouble. I disagree with the TG News that said he is in trouble. I don't think Ganduje is in trouble. Ganduje is just performing his duty as the national APC chairman, and it is his constitutional right. He has the right to choose whosoever he wants.
Yes,
and I think he has recorded so much success since he became the APC chairman. Because we received a report yesterday that was on some TV news at 9 p.m. that he was able to secure the gubernatorial elections in some states, Edo and another state in the southwest. And APC is actually, as it stands, in the last 1 week or so, we have received so many decampees of high-profile PDP.
PDP to APC.
Yes, and other opposition parties like that. In Kaduna State, one of the most prominent is Nate Nwoko from Delta State. A senator of that caliber decamped from PDP to APC. Well, I don't know the perspective where TG News is saying Ganduje is in trouble. I think Ganduje is having a field day. He's catching fun. Line are falling to him in pleasant places. Yes, he's actually just that. APC government has some challenges. The Tinubu-led administration now is having some challenges here and there concerning its policies, because actually, if you come back to the drawing board, you discover that Nigerians are suffering.
Yes.
Things are not easy. His policies are too harsh. There are ways where these policies can be reformulated and implemented. It will go a long way of solving the problems. But though there is something that somebody said, one Osita, he was commenting of how he supported Ganduje's position and said it is the fault of the PDP that Ganduje is making these statements, because according to him, he mentioned how the rotation policy of leadership in Nigeria was abandoned by PDP, and for Ganduje now to see, he said mention assertions like that. But what I wanted to point our attention to in that assertion by Osita is that he said we still have time. He admitted the fact that the economic policies of Tinubu is stelling hard on Nigerians. But he said there is still time that before 2027 election, we must have overcome those challenges. So much so that Nigerians will be able to see the good side of those policies, because APC government have been insistent on telling Nigerians that with time we're going to see the goodness of this suffering. So only time will tell, because the truth is that I don't know if we will be alive to see, because we are almost dying. So the government should do something about it. We all die before 2027 is still a long time ago. We need to eat food and be alive to vote 2027. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll go up next to the business day. Okay. Okay, we are taking a short commercial break and we'll be right back. Please wait for the most interesting part of the morning show.
Are you ready? Join us for the Achievers Coaching Academic Summit 2025.
Themes: Harnessing Nature's Gifts for Economic Growth in Taraba State. Date: 15th February 2025. Venue: The Significance Place Chapel,
Adjacent State Secretariat. Former mobile links: Abuja Phase 1, Jalingo, Taraba State.
Admission starts at 1 p.m. and the main event begins at 2 p.m. Don't forget, admission is free.
Featuring insightful session on crop farming, agro-processing, value chain development, animal farming, and dry season farming.
With top facilitators including Dr. Hope Dauda Gaina, Mr. Godfrey Tafida, Honorable Zeno Hassan Meikaswa, Chief Gabriel Olayinka, and Mr. Waziri Aaron Anthony.
Don't miss this opportunity to unlock economic growth. See you there. Are you ready?
My country people, una good morning, and I dey throw salute to una. I don't forget to welcome una to the pidgin section of our newspaper headline review. This is a section where we say we dey knack una tori on things where they happen for inside the country. Even self obodo yibo matter we dey carry come knack una for this place with the things where they happen for inside our community and our society. My name is Esther Oka Stephen, and with me on this morning show now Mr. Ira Daniel. Oga, good morning and welcome to this morning show in Pidgin.
Madam, well done, well done. How your family?
Fine, thank you, Oga. My country people, no be small matter carry come knack una so. Tension don rise between Nigerian security as one soldier don beat up a policeman for inside the Benue State. My country people, talk person wey be Temitope Hassan talk say one serious wahala don happen for inside the Benue State for Otukpo Ufie Road. Say as one police allegedly harass one soldier man wey dey travel go home, one personnel wey be soldier dey travel go home. Say police come allegedly harass am. Now to an extent when e be say the police come talk say Him go even self shoot am gun na from there na this soldier come pick offense, he come provoke. Say if the policeman no shoot am, say something go happen. My people na from there na gbege come rise you. This is soldier man come begin dey beat up this policeman wey totally community people with them for that area come outside there. Many of them come begin dey talk, come outside say e no proper. These people na security agencies and dem be. Even self this matter when I dey carry nakuna, so e dey for inside the social media. Commenters who dem talk well for inside this matter, say this na security agencies with them we supposed to make sure say peace dey for area. And na them now come dey fight to make people come dey share fight. Even the self dem talk say somebody for that area for the community there they go to share, and the soldier man say no, make them leave them. Mr. Eva, I beg make you help me put him out for inside this matter, because this thing it touch me well and it peppered me for body, because from the look of things understanding is no day. And something like this can't go happen for inside the community again when it be say local people, some of them did that area plenty. If something happen, how they go take it get to trust to say would they go report for security agency? I beg put him out for this matter. The thing how then take do this fight is good. No understanding, they not create understanding and peace among them.
Yeah, this one way, this report way to Hassan bring. It happened for roads. Though I don't know the details of what I have. But if you be say that soldier man now. They inside motor they travel they go, and that policeman they checkpoint, and as that policeman now talk to the military man, they think on degenerate so they can lead to fights. You understand? So what thing I want draw our attention to for this matter be see those people after they don't come discover say if you say that soldier no wear uniform, because then the way I see him that military man now you no get uniform for body. Maybe in a civilian clothing wear as by in the travel now, you know, go wear uniform. You understand? No,
he put on uniform clothes.
Okay,
in be like say he wear this their t-shirt.
Okay. If that policeman knows say this man is military, he's supposed to give him compliments now. Now explain the code in B. Brothers and brothers, they're not supposed to fight in front of civilians where they look up to them for security like that. You understand? So that you know suppose. Because they carry gun, that soldier man too they carry gun. So that everybody carrying gun and a dead body they go find for that place now. And at them, all those civilians who did that place, and some of us will be even outside that place now they look up to. So you fight side now, you go look for soldier or you go look for police. But if soldier and police come the fight, problem wahala go dey. So this is a call out for the security agencies. Even self, there is another report concerning we resemble that one wey happen for one state in the southwest, where civil defense and Mupu. We don't hear this report before now. These people, yes, there is actually normal human conflict, because there is no way two people will stay together and there will be no disagreements. You understand? So that we don't receive this kind of personality clash. You go see soldier, you go see police, they go to clash. This one go to show, see everybody want show himself. You understand? And at times, na show of strength. It's a good thing. It's just that it is projecting us in a negative way. If they want to show themselves, say that is to show that the military is effective, that to show that police is effective in the way, you understand, at least they go to display, they go to do show of strength, so that if criminal did that place, they go to say, okay, we will do ourselves. You understand? So what they will need to do as an institution is for them to know how to relate with each other. Maybe them or guide them for soldier and police need to fashion out. They need to sit down together, whole meeting, discuss how they go handle this thing, because we don't see this kind of clashes. We don't they reoccur. You go see for filling session, you go see soldier go come, you go see police go come. Everybody want to show himself. I be soldier, I be police. Yes, before you know, fight don't start. You go see civil defense, you go see soldier. Everybody want to show himself. You carry gun, me too, I carry gun. You understand? And so the thing they happen. So if the stakeholders, people who are supposed to sit down talk, now they will guide them, and other stakeholders, National Security Advisor, Minister of Defense, Minister of Police Affairs, and all those organs of police, they sit down, fashion out, say, okay, if you military and soldier fight, see punishment they will give you. You understand? So that those things, maybe they try enforce them, because now another way to instill discipline. At times, some of these things they should say discipline no dey. You understand? Though I don't know among them, maybe somebody wants to say na be oga for rank. All those ones too dey. And there is a need for the harmonization. May if you be police officer, where your rank be like this. At times, this conflict, I don't see them before, where soldier man go talk, say, policeman will be, maybe soldier man will be this kind rank. Go talk, say, okay, policeman will be this rank, no, my senior. You understand? There is a need for, because since they do joint task force now, there are instances where you will see for task force. If you go Plateau State now, Operation Safe Haven, you go see all the security operators, you go see police, you go see soldier, you go see civil defense, you go see every security operative architecture there for that safe haven. So if who be the commander? You understand? That commander, if you be police, if you be soldier, but what is the rank? What is the way to answer? What is the complement? So that we go know, say, if you be sergeant for instance, for soldier in Nigerian Army, NE, maybe your equivalent for police now, maybe another sergeant or maybe inspector. So that we go know, say, okay, see your rank mates. You understand? There are instances where you go see deputy commissioner of police go come, soldier will be 3-star. So even their years of service, this one too matters. These causes of conflict are not unconnected with these things where I talk like this. So they will guide them for soldier and police and government. Suppose sit down, look at this thing properly, say, okay, see the way it is. Nobody say they go say you be soldier, you go leave soldier work, you go come they follow police people to work. No. But let it be that they have this understanding among themselves. You understand? So now I want to talk.
My country people as I don't hear am from Oga Ira. In talk say abeg there is need where this police oga them and the army oga people make them sit down, make them put mouth for inside this matter and make sure say love establish between these two people, these two offices them. Okay, my country people, Tori don come carry us enter for inside the Lagos state where Nigerian custom don seize a large quantity of arms for inside that place. Still our talk person wey be Temitope Hassan talk say Nigerian custom service people them don catch one big load when it be say them they carry come from where them smuggle into our country from another country. My country people, this one come make the Controller General of Custom where in name be Adewale Adeni don waka go Lagos to go talk to press for Federal Operation Unit Zone for Zone A inside the Ikeja. In talk say even self last year similar incident happened for July 2024. Say as dem smuggle this bulky load last year, say that one e worth 1.5 million naira with a lot of items like drone them. They even self that last year they carry drones with numbers wey reach 148 drones with a lot of army ammunition. With some things, he said, when miss myself, no even fit list to come outside the phone now. He said, and this year again, they don't go smuggle plenty, enter inside we country. Nigeria people, now they see them. More updates still do. I just say make I carry this one come nakuna, but on how the story take be. Because for now, they never see the people who will smuggle that in the enter. If them catch them, their name will go let una know and what the goods will amount to. We will let una know how much goods will them smuggle will enter. But meanwhile, I want to make Mr. Ira, despite the name of these people, they never call them come outside because of say they never arrest them. I want make Mr. Ira to put mouth for inside this matter.
You know, say for this country, you get waiting they happen way. If you dey listen to news, no matter how confident you get for your body, fear go to catch you. If this magnitude of weaponry fee enter Nigerian land space, now only God know waiting. If you say this one, just like you mentioned, no be the first time.
No,
and
so
this one, now be the one where they catch. What of the one where they not catch? No wonder we receive sleepless night for Nigeria. Every day they go say they don't kill this one. Every day they don't abduct this one.
no, so
This equipment where they mention here like this, I know be security operative, I know be expert. Because I know say this one where they mention like this is heavy. No wonder a brigadier for army they kidnap him for Katsina State.
imagine.
Brigadier general we get soldier where they follow him. At least 10 to 15 soldiers we go they follow Oga for soldier. Gunmen like this carry their own superior guns where they carry come kidnap the Oga of soldier. Like this kind of thing now. So those people where they do this kind of business, I don't know what they get for mine. But God pass them.
So.
And our security operative, we must give them kudos as they try, they grab these people. Me, at the agitate say, if they catch person with this kind of thing, may they not spare the person, no. May they not carry and go court. Maybe make it just be see immediately they catch and they identify saying you did this thing. May they just push you inside water, make fish carry and chop. You understand? That is what me I think. Because as you bring those things, you know, say that people don't be good. They won't carry this thing, go do hunting. Now animal, they won't go kill. Now human beings now. So as you carry and come now, you want me to kill human beings. May they carry you give fish, make fish chop. At least it will help the biodiversity, it will improve the biodiversity. As this thing they go like this, I know see there is no how way they no go fit trace this thing. Though I know the security expert, but I know say these people this arms dealing, it get in signature, they go know say this one somehow where the ship been coming from. Where the ship coming from? Who get the container? The container, that container will carry these guns come inside Lagos, come for that seaport. You get person where they in charge of that container. You get from that place where they live, from where the thing they come from. Now from which part of Africa, which part of Europe where this thing they come from. So now so they do this thing. No be this cache of ammunition where they see like it's not be small thing. Now weaponry way fit destroy thousands and millions of people and render people homeless. That's how you go see they go say bandits one day, one night, they don't come house where person gather money, person go free work for civil service 35 years, raise money, do a dashi, build house. Where if you retire go come steal, you go see bandit go destroy the house in one day. Investment person don't do for like 30 years, 30 something years, they go destroy them in one day. Only because they say the person are bandit, say don't take hard drugs, say you might not be stable. So all these things, there is a need for every hand to be on deck. Kudos to the custom, to the security operative waiting for that place where catch these people. My own suggestion be say, may they carry all those people, if they catch them, may they carry all those people, carry them, go inside middle of sea, give fish, may fish chop. That is my
country people. Once again, myself they say kudos for those who custom operatives with them. As soon as I can see them, they really do correct work for inside the country. Okay, my country people, yesterday I carried Torin Nakuna concerning the hike in this our telecom sector from MTN. And today now good news now take carry consider for you concerning MTN matter. My country people. MTN them don't come outside come talk say them they're very very sorry, especially to all their 15 gig digital bundle lovers. Them say them no say this one is shock them well for them to just wake up come see say increments don't come day for inside this bundle. Them say make una sorry. Say in fact if them allow them, say them get plenty things to talk and plenty explanation to give. Say but meanwhile they won't just end everything to say they are sorry. MTN people, myself, come happy concerning this matter because indeed our youth, all of them, they don't come outside the same government to talk to una. As una can see now, we don't come see say true, una love us well. So MTN people come outside the talk say because today na Valentine, say they no want make una carry MTN for inside the mind take celebrate una Valentine so that una day no go spoil. So now this good news na MTN carry nakuna so say make una enjoy una Valentine. Say that increase, say them don't come out say the increment no good day again. My country people will not be good news to be this one. Oga Ira, I beg make you help me say thank you to this our MTN people and to let you to know say it done better for Valentine. No?
Yes, we really appreciate MTN for their understanding because Nigerians don't they cry say another wahala don't come again. See fuel subsidy, see cost of transportation, see cost of food stuff, see this one, see school fees, see insecurity. They can't carry expensive cost of data, can't join again. Nigeria can't begin holla, everybody they cry. They carry placards, come out yesterday, can't do demonstration. NLC don't come out vex, say they go boycott every the MTN, the Glo and the Airtel, say they go boycott them. And that thing now can't make MTN, can't Can't they sober? They can't consider say, true, these people they suffer. And that is kudos to MTN. They don't show say they be actually big giant telecommunication company who is considering the plight of the Nigerian people.
Yes.
Look, we clap hands for MTN people. All those youths will come out for demonstration. At least God don't hear our prayer now. MTN don't understand. Say, okay, this one now. They don't cut down they don't reverse them completely. We don't know whether they go increase them again, but for now, enjoyment we did, happiness we did so, because that increments in the first place. Now government don't give them approval, or they don't follow all the procedure. The National Communication Commission can't agree. But as people look at now, say okay, they don't reduce the tariff, they don't reverse. But mama, they me say if you be say this one now, one May Valentine pass, so that after some time they will begin again. Because the problem with NLC talk, they say NCC, National Communication Commission, no fit give MTN that directive without consulting with the stakeholders. People where they use the MTN, the association of people who they use that telecommunication service, Nigerians, they will not consult Nigerians, will not consult NLC, will not consult stakeholders. Now just come sit down, say will be regulatory body, will be government take decision. Now waiting, they can say may they go fight that increment. So maybe now what MTN is trying to do is that after some time they will still call the stakeholders, they go meet NLC, they go meet the youth leadership, they go meet the association of telecommunication users. They go sit down, discuss, okay, see reason where we want use increase the money. Then they go talk and they go say, okay, you my checker now, you my reasoner. If you be say they go somehow they go meet for middle ground instead of as they shift the thing from 4,500 to 6,500 now. If you say they go arrive, say okay, I want to live on for 5,000 at least. This one now everybody go happy. So I don't know, but my body they tell me say this one na temporary measure, so that tension will come. At least we go carry free cheap data do Valentine. After Valentine finish, they go begin the discuss. They will hold meeting. They will call stakeholders, begin discuss with them. NCC will come again. Government will come, and civil society organizations will come. The president will come, will sit down and discuss it. At the end of the day, it will be the product of an all-encompassing discussion. It no go be discussion between just government, NCC, and MTN, so that Nigerians still go dey involved. At least that one better.
Just as you take talk now, say increments go fit to come. True increments go fit to come, but because of the crowd where our youth in Nigeria people with them don't come outside, come cry for almost all the old 36 states. So I'm not sure say the amount to go reach this previous one again. Just as you take talk Okay, my country people, for those of you now we just they join us. This is the pidgin section of our newspaper headline review, where we dey knack on on things where they happen for inside our country, obodo yubo, even self our community and our society. We don't talk on matter concerning one policy where allegedly harass one soldier man, where certainly can lead to the beating up of this policeman now. Secondly, we can't talk of matter concerning custom people, concerning ammunition and things when it be said the carry enter inside the Nigeria from another country where them smuggle enter inside the Nigeria. Then don't seize them for Lagos, Ikeja, they don't seize them for that place. And some TV they say kudos to our civil, to our custom people with them. And also we can't talk about MTN because yesterday we carried to recom concerning the hiking price. The increment when it be say our telecom people then take knack us surprisingly. MTN don't come outside, come talk, say them go waive that 15%, that 15 gigabytes only. Say the price go dey normal. And so we dey tell MTN, thank you for making our Valentine to sweet us well. Okay, my country people, you get one other thing when you worry me well when I say I want to share with you. Because I know many of you now they follow them for inside this social media things. Yesterday I come to them for inside the house. I say, okay, since today na Valentine now, make I begin this check my phone. They find sweet Valentine word. When they be say me and my own person too go take calm ourselves down. When me go take it, tell them when it go dey happy for me today. As I dey screen, I dey check my phone. They look for this kind of sweet word now from there. I come screen pass one page. And before I go pass that side, they come tell me say if I just leave that page like that without typing RIP,
say the rest of my days go dey bad. Say the rest of the days of the person when he see that page when he say RIP. Say for more than 100 years that person will begin to suffer. My country people, una don't ever follow me see this kind of post for inside the social media at all.
Don't mind those people.
You know, say we dey always dey tell una say make una get work to do, make una dey find things to do. This our youth dem. But we not talk say make una come dey carry lie information they give us for social media. When I come see that story yesterday, na so my day, the thing just come spoil in my mind. Now I begin to ask them for my own comment section, say na them buy data from me. Why I carry this story come on Mr. Iran because of my market women and them. You know, many people and many of them when they don't see and say when these people don't put somebody for casket, don't come talk say make you comment. If you no comment, you go get bad luck all the rest of your days. Many of them fear go grip them. They go say, this one fit to be prophet, you this one fit to be, and they don't know say na just emoji. Now these people them they find no. So my market women make una no shake you. Even if una fit to say that RIP for una mind, but that no me say una must so type for good thing to happen. Me say that you don't ever come across that kind of post at all.
Yes, those things they you know say for social media now, many people don't understand say waiting those people they do. They call them content creator.
Okay,
they wahala be see those content creators now them supposed to attention they supposed call their attention to the fact that no be everything where you supposed to create. Fake news day. There is a law now. They don't pass them for some laws. Say electronic evidence. If you carry your post for Facebook now, go court, go serve as evidence, carry you go jail.
Okay.
They don't pass an IB law. Say electronic gadget can be tendered in the law court as evidence.
Okay.
So not everything you go just the post for Facebook, say you want create content, because you get as if you talk something now, if that's something they interesting, as people they follow you, people they like, people they get as you go get some. There are some benefits. You understand? They call it attractions. So that as the team, if you say okay, if as you respond, if you carry your hand out, type, say Oloshi, this. Now all those things they want. Sometimes they go create traction, something will go there. Somehow you must comment. You understand? But if it is a good thing, there is no problem. But if it is a bad thing, there is a case against fake news. Fake news is a crime in this country. And there's what they call online brutalization. As person go just be for it, begin beat you, begin harass you, they call that brutalization. Even online, if you just carry somebody name, go begin to talk nonsense things, everybody they insult them, and that thing are based on lie. That person will carry you go court, and if he collects judgment, we go carry you go court and they go jail you. So don't be everything where you go post for Facebook. Though we're looking for content, some of people, us with the social media, we're looking for content, we're looking for followers, we're looking for this. But make you not be see you're doing it outrageously, haphazardly, without considering the impact of your activity online on the society. So there is a need for whosoever they post say, if you're not tired in peace, person go die. Who be you be God? You don't be God now. You know if you say person go die if you not do this. So where you see that one from holy books, it's there for Quran or it's there for Bible. So all those things are lies. You understand?
Okay, my market women them and my fellow country people who don't hear them for Oga Iran Martin. In talks say these people they just want to gain attention to promote their page. Say no be much say una go type that RIP. It's all those ones now why you to take a promote to their page. Even if all those things no una they type you they mad and not go die. He say all those things where say that some people say go even type Oloshi. He say all those things they know they feel am for body, and that is why they no come outside come talk say I apologize for that post. And they no go comment under your own tell you even sorry because then they enjoy am. Okay, my country people, before I go draw the curtain on this pidgin section, I want to tell you now say we from Some TV here they wish una happy Valentine.
We wish una happy Valentine.
Okay, and as usual, una know say we dey always dey live una with small advice. I know say today na jolly man today. Many people go come out to go jolly, but I won't talk to them my Siciliary them. My Siciliary them all of una see wetin happen the beginning of this year. As una can see our guys their eyes they chuku. As many of them they do kurukere waka. In the morning una go see all of them na sheep yo. But in the night most of them na wolf na them be. I not talk to say make you no trust your party now. But the thing when I try tell you be say anytime una dey chop or anytime una dey sleep, make una dey sleep with one eye open and one eye closed. Make una dey vigilant. So that some people who head and some people who part of body no go just waka go like that. Even sef our guys too as una dey celebrate, make una dey vigilant. We also get some ladies dem our Sicilian wey dey do kurukere movement. Una wallet fit lost. Una fit lost. Even sef make I no talk go that side, but I want to make all of una dey very very vigilant for this celebration. I no want to come sit down here dey give sad news after this celebration yo. Okay, once again Some TV say make una jolly well and make una no forget Some TV yo. We sef we dey here as we go celebrate our own for this place. I thank una for watching this pidgin section of our newspaper headline review. My name na Esther Oka Steven and na for here now I go draw the curtain una do.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance, and commerce are at your fingertips 24/7. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. Some TV, your premier 247 destination for local and international entertainment, news, and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on Some TV.
Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from Some TV.
Supercab, safe, convenient, and affordable 247 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State.
Welcome back from the wonderful section of the morning show. We are back to the Taraba newspaper headline. Community mourns the loss of renowned leader Elder Charles Daniel Judah.
Yes, that report is on Elder Charles Daniel Judah, who is the father of our beloved Director of Programs here at the Sun TV. The family issued a statement on the demise of the father on the 11th of February 2025. And the family has announced the funeral arrangements, which will commence with the wake-keep service on Sunday, February 16, 2025 at the family house in Awoni quarters, block 18B. The funeral service will follow on Monday on 17 at UMC and Magwe. Late Elder Judah is somebody I would describe as an elder statesman, just as described by our CEO yesterday when we went for the condolence visit. This is in light of the footprints he has left in the sand of time. Just like the CEO yesterday mentioned that it can be seen in the life of his words, like Abraham Judah Minor. Abraham Judah Minor is a public affairs commentator, a political scientist, and a maverick at discussions that has to do with activities that are in the public affairs commentator. So it is in the light of that we at the Sun TV here commiserate with one of our own in the person of Abraham Judah Minor, and we pray for the repose of the soul of Baba the Charles Daniel Minor. As we are in this morning period, our prayers are with him, and we call on the general public and his friends and relations to converge in the house in Awoni quarters for the wake-keep and the funeral service on Monday.
Thank you very much. So rest in peace.
Amen.
Next is the Kindred Health brings hope and healing to Southern UMC Women Fellowship.
Yes, this report has it that Kindred Health International Mission Incorporated, a US-based non-governmental organization dedicated to bringing health and wealth to the forgotten, made a significant impact on the lives of hundreds of women at the annual convention of the Southern Conference of the United Methodist Church Women Fellowship in Apawa. Hundreds of women flocked to the event, eager to participate in the comprehensive medical outreach organized by the Kindred Health. Reverend Dr. Demas M. Sarki, spokesman of the Kindred organization in Nigeria, welcomed the crowd, emphasizing the organization's commitment to supporting vulnerable populations through healthcare. This is a call out to well-to-do Nigerians and other non-governmental organizations that endeavors like this should not be left solely as the responsibility of the government. This Kindred Health, a NGO based in US, come all the way from US to help the vulnerable groups in Nigeria. That is a good endeavor. If leaving these things in the hands of the government alone, it will not augur well for us in the long run. Pursuance of healthy society should be on the lookout and a priority for every person, every Nigerian, every organization. So these people must be commended for choosing Taraba State and choosing that platform on behalf of the people of Apawa and on behalf of UMCN as Sun TV as a corporate social responsibility. We're saying thank you on the behalf of this community and commending their efforts, seeing to it that they choose to come and give a lending hand towards a healthy Taraba State and a healthy society in Nigeria. We really commend them. And just like I mentioned, every hand should be on deck. People should start, well-to-do Nigerians, well-to-do people should start thinking of endeavors like this to augment the efforts of the government, because as it stands, the government is already overwhelmed. Government is already overstretched as it stands now, because government already, particularly the government of Taraba State and Nigeria, has its hands full with so many things. So it's not as if the government is not capable of doing it, but we're saying giving a government a helping hand will go a long way in ameliorating the sufferings of Nigeria in the face of these challenges.
Thank you very much. Up next is Taraba Commissioner berates APC activists over claims against Kefa's government.
Yes, recently there have been so much attack on the person and office of the governor of Taraba State by the opposition, so much so that so many allegations have been made. Recently, before this statement by this commissioner, the Commissioner of Information was issued a statement debunking those allegations and talking about how the efforts in futility is trying to distract the focused governor. So her description was actually in bliss, because she was saying that the activities of the opposition should not be done the way they are doing. Now, taking a cue from that, the Honorable Commissioner of the Ministry of Cooperative and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Habu James, on Thursday described the recent publication by Ambassador Quincy Muri, an activist, as well as APC Youth Group, over claims against Governor Kefa's administration as misleading. Now, Honorable Philip also described the allegations as laughable, a mere step to portray Taraba State in a bad light. The commissioner expressed that Governor Kefa's transformational projects were visible and were already impacting positively on the lives of the citizens of Taraba State. According to the commissioner, he in his interview with a reporter said, Ambassador Quincy Muri, an activist from Taraba State and member of the All Progressive Congress, as well as APC Youth Group, have accused Governor Abu Kefas of excessive spending on foreign trips without executing any project since May 29, 2023. He said, and I'm quoting him, I wish to inform Nigerians that Muri's claim against Kefa's government is falsehood, a mere step to discredit the governor's administration and portray Taraba in a negative light. Governor Kefa's transformational drive is already impacting positively on the lives of Tarabans. It is unfortunate that some people have chosen the path of opposition even when there is no reason to oppose. He said something that is actually important. Say, considering Taraba with population of about 4 million, with the majority facing extreme poverty, statistics show that around 80% of the population living in poverty. Governor Kefas has declared free education and reduced higher education fees by half, which greatly help reduce the financial burden. You know, this he's making his own assertion from the perspective of his ministry as a commissioner for cooperative and poverty alleviation. You know, he's looking at it from the perspective where Governor Kefas has done incredibly well in alleviating poverty, in the sense that for your words and your children to go to school from primary school up to secondary school, that is something that is it costs a fortune for you to pay school fees, and it is totally free. You understand? So the commissioner is saying he berates that the positions of the Quincy Muri is the Ministry of Rural Development Road Rehabilitation has been prioritized. He's still talking about how Governor Kefas has been doing well. So of late, so much criticism have come up. You know, it is typical of election year is approaching. 2027 will soon be here. So some of these statements are made in such a way that the polity will somehow be heated up. But let's just pray that it does not lead to any breakdown of law and order. Though we've seen instances where these things have been managed well. Quincy Muri, in his oppositions, we have seen instances where he commends Governor Kefas and other things like that. So this is the position of the commissioner for poverty, cooperative and poverty alleviation, Honorable James Philip. So that is it.
Thank you very much. my fellow Nigerians, thank you for this wonderful section. I think we are going to draw the curtains here. I just want to appreciate Mr. Ira for making yourself available in this morning show.
Yeah, I'm always happy to be here. Always happy to be here.
I want to say thank you to Madam Esther for that interesting part of the morning show. And I want to say a very big thank you to the Master Controller. Thank you for your effort. On behalf of the Sun TV, I want to wish my fellow Nigerians happy Valentine's. Thank you so much.